Hi folks, and welcome back to Tank Warfare Tunisia 43. I put this up on the channel as a first impressions video a couple of weeks ago and asked if anyone would be interested in watching any more. Well, a few of you said yes, so I thought I'd give it another try. However, I've got to say, I'm still having difficulty learning the game, so we're going to jump into one of the tutorials and you're going to see exactly what I mean about the interface and the way this game tries to teach you. Right, here we go. Let me just zoom in a bit. And what have we got? Keyboard controls, zoom in on what we've got. So we've got we've got 3 tanks and a squad of infantry. So it's saying hold left mouse button and drag to select. Right, we've got all those. We've got various pointers flying around the screen, which you can turn off. This is what I missed before. Press E to mount the tanks. You can actually get your fellas up and onto the vehicles, which is quite useful. I played a game before and I could not work out how to get my anti-tank guns towed behind the half tracks. And I think that's why, because things pop up on screen and then disappear, as that message promptly did. But I think it was telling me to march out here. So the tutorials in this thing are pretty awkward to follow, I think. Things go beep and then a message flies up somewhere, and if you're not watching and you don't know where it was, then it's gone and you can't seem to get it back. Maybe it's me, maybe I'm missing something. Hang on, click R and B to accelerate time. Right, let's get these people moving. So these are the 2 USA units that we are going to attack the Germans with. It's hold mouse middle button to alter the camera around, which is a little bit jerky. We've got one of our tanks going off right away. I think these other 2 are waiting for the rest of the troops to get on board. Come on lads, load up. And they're off. So I gave them a march order there, which gets them using the roads, which is a lot faster movement than trying to do cross country. Of course, if you get caught in an ambush, it's a little bit dangerous. Yeah, these markers flying around, I don't know what they mean. I honestly don't. Maybe that's where the command unit is, and it's pointing that way. Could that be it? I haven't a clue. I'm sure it's explained somewhere. Press F8 to show paths. So you can show, here we go, we can turn on all sorts of things to see where these units are going. It does look quite nice actually, even the way the dust clouds are flying up behind them. So if you see dust clouds moving in the distance, by the way, let's close that off, then might be a bit of a hint as to where the enemy are going. Was that on there? So we'll just turn the paths off again. What was that? Something went beep. Press L to leave tanks. Right, okay, we can do that. Get those people off. Alright, let me just select them all again. Yep, they're getting off. Great big cloud of dust and smoke and muck. So you can see our units spreading out for the attack. And the troops are getting widely spread out. Very good in case artillery comes in. And the tanks are spreading out a little bit as well. And you can see moving across country at attack speeds is considerably slower than just charging down the road. And look at them digging up soil as they go. Steady away. The graphic settings, by the way, something else that I found rather frustrating as I was trying to set OBS to record this a little while ago. I've used shadow play instead in the end. Was because I couldn't find the resolution setting. It wasn't displaying properly in OBS, and all of a sudden I went into the settings, changed the resolution, didn't see an option there to do it. So yes, that could either be less well hidden if it is there and I can't find it, or it could do with being in the game. Right, let's see. Here we go. So I've got, if I just select that tank, press that, anti-personnel abilities, anti-tank abilities, anti-aircraft abilities. I think that's what that means. That guy. Anti-personnel, yeah, no anti-tank. Alright, so we can see the stats for our units. Well, not stats, but vague abilities. What is that green smoke? Is that something I've chucked down? Is that showing a starting off point? What is it? I don't know. Is it something people are throwing at me? We just don't know, folks. Oh, we've got incoming. What have we seen? We have seen... there is an anti-tank gun of some sort over there. Can I pause this? Is there a pause button? There is a pause button. If I press that, aha. Right, okay. Let's go and see what there is to see. We've got, and you can use binoculars with a tab. We can zoom right in, and we've got some sort of field gun over here. And crew. Can't see anything else. There's enough of them. Does it tell me what it is if I click on it? No. I was just wondering if it was just an infantry gun or a proper anti-tank gun. I'm going to guess it's an anti-tank gun. Let me just come out of tab mode. Oh, where the hell have I gone? See, every time I do this, I end up getting lost on the map. There we go. It's put me all the way. Oh, did it put me over the... It put me over the tank gun. Right, that's all right then. And there's something over here. So if I just try and zoom in a bit. Oh, we can see some sort of machine gunner. And not a lot else at the moment. So tab out of that. But I think the greatest risk for those tanks is that anti-tank gun. So let's get the unit. I got to select the entire. I can select the entire unit down here. Look, there we go. That's all three selected. We can see down here, and we're going to attack. Where has he gone? That was the wrong one. Here we go. It's over here. We're going to attack that. So right click, and I won't assault. I will attack. There we go. And once I've dealt with that, let's get this going again. Once that threat is neutralized, then we can turn our attention to the infantry. Let's have a look what these guys are doing. There he goes. But what's he shooting at? That's the question. Oh, lost again. Aha. There we go. That sounds like, what, mortar shells coming in? I would guess. I don't think I have any mortars, so that must be the enemy. And you see my tanks are quickly outstripping the infantry, who are hitting the dirt. Quite rightfully so. Oh, he's off. He's off. Where's he gone? Run, Forrest, run! So those guys moving forward a couple at a time. Oh, that didn't look good. Rogers has bought it, sir. He's copped it in the arm. Oh, it looks like he took a wound, but he's still in there. Good lad. Right. How are the tanks doing? Oh, did you see that ricochet? That doesn't happen very often off the front of a Sherman. Now that one slowed right down. Has he got engine problems? What's the tutorial telling me? Anything? Show tactical diagram. Not showing me an awful lot there. Okay, turn that off. More green smoke. What is that green smoke? This fella's going for it. Got my other tanks coming up in support. Come on, we need to silence that gun. There's a miss. Let's have a look. As soon as that gun is knocked out, and it looks like it's knocked out. Nice. Brilliant. Ah, come on. This camera is somewhat annoying. Right then, we don't need to worry about that anymore. Let's just get these guys attacking in this direction. This guy's laying it on with a machine gun. What options have we got? Fire at infantry, fire at aircraft. Give the control back to the AI. Set delay. Oh, you're seeing delay orders. That's quite handy. Right, we must be mixing it up a bit now. Ooh, what the hell is that? Must be a mortar team in the back here somewhere. Who's this guy? Looks like a command team of some sort. Smoke grenades? Where did that come from? Guys in the front trenches. Now, let's see. Are they going to be armed with any sort of anti-tank weapons? Oh, Fritz has got his head down there. You might want to be in the trench, though, rather than sitting on top of it. These people cowering. Yeah, that's probably to be expected, seeing as what's going on. That's interesting armour angling there. That's it. Get that tank turned around. Front to the enemy. Then you can get the machine gun on them. It's just a mess over here. You can't see what's going on, but I think me having tanks and them not is really what's making the difference. But this worries me a little bit. The fact that your tanks will show their asses to the enemy. I know that was just infantry, but they should have their fronts to them, surely. Is the AI that bad? Do you have to do that much micromanagement? Was it just because it's a tutorial? Are the American crews stupid? We don't know. We'll have to look that up. Anyway, results screen has come up, and I did lose some by the looks of that. Before, after, changes, control, gain control, and area, complete loss, overall result. Again, not the most easy of screens to navigate around and figure out what's going on. I guess if you've played this series of games before, you'll know all this, and I probably sound like a complete idiot, but I am a complete idiot, and just trying to learn my way around is a little bit tricky. Here we go, casualties. Right, no vehicles. Oh, hang on. We did lose a vehicle. One got damaged. Right, all right. They had a vehicle lost. That must be the gun. And casualties, I took 7, they took 16. 4 killed to their 9. 3 heavily wounded. 0 missing up, captured. Right, so it's detailed, which is... Oh, it scrolls down even further. So I like the detail. It would just be easier to see what exactly is you're looking at. And even these, now on the left-hand edge of the screen, you think, ah, there's the exit button. That actually exits the game altogether. So it doesn't just go back to the main menu. It's all just a little bit shoddy, I think, is the word for it. But the game itself, underneath, might be pretty functional. So let's go and take a bit further look. Okay, this time, another tutorial, but we're playing on the defence as the Germans. We've got whatever that is, I can't tell. And, oh, is that a mortar team? Are these mortar? I just don't know. And infantry and more infantry. Right, okay, so. Orange contour, impossible to dig trenches. Right. Press F2 to cycle visibility maps. So I see, so you click on a square and it shows the visibility out of it. Where are the enemy coming from? Over there? Or is that me? Is that me? Your infantry platoon and its command. That looks like me. Okay, this is the deployment phase where you get to stick your men on the map. Oh, bollocks to it. Let's just start. It's a rather bland, barren landscape. I mean, Tunisia, I thought, often looked like this, but I also thought it was a lot hillier as well. Maybe in different places near the coast. Who knows? Maybe this is just a tutorial just to get me learning before it worries about different maps. Enemy contact. What have we got? Does this... I can't... Yes, I can. I can double click on the icon and we can go and see where stuff is. That's excellent. Looks like we've got some little Stuart tanks coming in. M3s? M5s? I don't know. Does it say on the side? 113. We've got some nice detail on. So, let's go back to these infantry guns. Do we wait till we see the whites of their eyes? How can we tell the range? There must be... What's this do? This looks like... Set fire vector. No. Dismount. What's this? Set target for observed fire. It does look like there's some nice options to do so. Stay concealed. No. No. Just fire. That's what we want. Well, we've got fire coming in and out now. Oh, hang on. We've spotted loads more stuff. What have we got? We've got... Yeah, we've got infantrymen coming across the desert. They're standing up at the moment. I bet they won't be for much longer once the lead starts flying. Engine noise is extremely loud. I think I'm going to have to reduce the in-game sound effects quite a bit in volume levels. Right, so we're sitting in a cloud of smoke and firing out. Messages, we are under fire. This bar over here does help you keep in touch with what's going on. Lost it again. Where is it? There it is. It's so easy to get lost just moving around the camera. Okay. Well, looking okay so far. These guys haven't fired. is that? Look at those. I mean, what are they? What are they? I'm having... Those smoke trails just look... A, the trajectory looks wrong, and B, I can't figure out what they are. I suppose I should direct these people to shoot at tanks, shouldn't I? Fire at will. Fire at infantry. Cancel targeting. Oh, it's not letting me... not giving me the option to target armour for some reason. It is a mess over here. Pretty chaotic, just like a battlefield should look like. Right. These tank crews need... attack? I don't want to attack, I just want to fire. Target. Ah, must be target. Target. That guy. See if we can knock these tanks out one by one. These Stuarts coming forward very slow, keeping pace with the infantry. Not like my Shermans in the last game, which just piled forward of their own speed. Well, the combat seems nice and gritty and gruesome. I quite like that. He's keeping his head down. These guys look like they've absorbed a shell or two. Looks destroyed. Has it destroyed the trenches? I'm sure they were better dug than that before. My front line is just in a mess here. It's a shambles. Oh, we've got Harry here firing back. Go on, Harry. That's it. Snipe that guy in the tank. What else are you going to do? You know what? There doesn't seem to be much I can do apart from just sit and take this. So let's put it on double speed. Can we put it on double speed? There we go. That makes it more interesting. Now let's see if these Stuarts can come in and do the deed. Tanks are definitely leading the charge there. Looks like I've lost a gun. Got a red bar underneath it. Why has it got a red bar? It's because all the crew are dead. Anything to do? Any orders to give? Nope, don't think so. What if I got the command crew over here? These just spotters? These are the command crew. What's that mean? No. No, this tutorial's not really giving me any further useful information. I've got some very nervous Desert Africa Corps guys in a trench here. Have very little anti-tank capability. I don't really feel like this tutorial is teaching me anything useful whatsoever, other than the fact that sitting in trenches versus tanks isn't going to achieve anything unless you've got something that can take them out. And these infantry guns, although they do have anti-tank capability, don't seem to be doing the job. But what else can I do? I mean, there's a huge attack coming in. I can't get out of the trenches, I can't charge anything, I can't flank anything. So I am questioning the value of this as a tutorial at the moment. In fact, I think it's probably more useful as a guide to attacking in how to attack a position with tanks and infantry. Keeping the tanks together with the infantry, well, that seems to be working for the Americans quite here. Don't think there's anything I can do to rally these guys, or at least not that it's saying. There's a ceasefire message. Can't do anything with that. Commander is dead. Nice. Captives... Have I captured someone? It says captives taken. Oh, we've got a tank on fire over here. Yeah, you know, burning tanks doesn't seem quite so appealing when there's people in them. Well, that was pretty chaotic, wasn't it? I've lost a huge amount of force. I mean, I've lost 73% compared to their 51%. I honestly couldn't see if they were losing a lot of anything, to be honest, from that, but they must have done. They have actually lost a load of vehicles, and I had 4 vehicles. I had? Really? I saw 2 guns. What were the others? Oh well. It looks like a chaotic draw, but maybe I need to replay that and just pay attention to what it was saying about deploying troops in the trenches in the ground at the start. That was probably the lesson from that. Once the fighting started, I learnt nothing, so yeah. But you can see, folks, this is the difficulty I've been having with this game, and I'll say it again, I'm probably a complete idiot, but I find this pretty hard to learn, and I've played a lot of war games before. Most of them have some sort of useful tooltips or are pretty obvious to play. This one I am really struggling with. So maybe we'll do another video and see what the campaign is like, because I like campaigns in games, but we shall have to see. But the tactical battles, they look pretty realistic, but they look pretty confusing too. Anyway, that's definitely going to do for today. Let me know what you think about the game, whether you want to see any more of it, whether you've had enough, is it something that interests you, or if you've got any general advice for me on how to get better and how to play better, then please do put it in the comments down below, because I sure would appreciate it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.